Welcome to Acquired Taste. I am Figure 8.
And I'm Coda B, joined with... Hell yeah.
And this is the Andrew's Computer's Not Working episode.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. We have a 10-themed episode.
We got some 10s. We're all 10s here in my book.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Not general discussion, just how you doing? We got to start with...
I'm good. Andrew's not doing the best based on his computer.
Yeah, little frustrated, but we'll hopefully we'll get this fixed for next episode.
Tight. Your positive attitude gives me faith.
Hey, if I know the taste buds, which I do, they won't be mad at you at all, Andrew.
Oh, that's good. I can always rely on the taste buds.
Yeah, they've been there for me.
Those might be dirty socks that you're using. You might want to grab one behind you. This guy just put a sock over the microphone to prevent it, and he grabbed like a used pair.
I was doing what was best for the show.
I respect the commitment.
You might have to turn me up a little bit. Now I'm speaking through a sock.
It'll help a little bit.
Hopefully the P's are a little
You're going to have
less.
to hold it closer, though.
I'm holding it.
There we go.
There we go.
Anyways, yeah, episode 10. We got some very 10-themed albums. Every artist that we got, it's their 10th album, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to be ranking Notorious B.I.G.
Who's the 10th best-selling hip-hop artist of all time. We have to do songs. He doesn't have the album catalog.
Didn't quite make it.
No. And then we got the 10th Fish song ever released on Spotify and all platforms. So 10s. Let's get into the episode in the news. I already forgot the things I sent for in the news. Oh, big and easy one. Kendrick announced as the next Super Bowl performer, and shortly after that dropped "No More Parties" or something like that on Instagram.
It doesn't have an official song or official title, but I think people have been calling it "No More Parties" or something like that.
What do you guys think of the Super Bowl part? We can start with that.
I mean, that's dope. I feel like he's obviously riding the wave that's been happening this year. And I mean, a Super Bowl performance is pretty hard to beat in terms of the amount of people that are going to see your performance and hear your music. So
we should do before February, so in January, we should do a draft of all of Kendrick's songs and see who can get the closest playlist to what he performs at the Super Bowl.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, try and guess what songs he's doing.
Yeah, but we'll pick an order randomly. So if you pick Not Like Us, I can't pick it. And obviously you get the point type beat.
I think he's gonna, but at the same time it's
he might only be able to do the hook.
Yeah, he probably won't be able to do a lot of it.
I was gonna say there's a lot that he probably can't do.
He might hit him with the step this way, step that way. Are you my friend?
Well, I was thinking I feel like he's not gonna say the Drake stuff on.
No, he can't.
But the message is still there.
But so you might get him messing with the lyrics a little bit just to still try and do what the message, but at least have it be a little more safe for work.
Fit the venue that he's at. And then he said no more round twos and immediately followed it up with a song for round two.
Yeah, but I feel like it doesn't feel like a Drake diss at all, which I feel like...
No. Everyone in the comments was like, what does this song mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Is he going to drop an album, do we think? Over under on that?
I feel like
so.
just in the Super Bowl stuff alone, I feel like you've got to you got to ride that wave of either having one right before the Super Bowl performance or that Friday or something,
And that might mean that's his shortest span between albums, maybe? or would that be To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City, or is I feel like there's almost 4 years in between.
Tied, because I think To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City were like 3 years apart.
All right, so it's not inconceivable then. Man, I had in the news. I sent it to the chat, bro.
Eminem today is releasing.
Yeah, in like 30 minutes. I did a little research to that to, tamper my expectations. And some people are saying it's the extra songs from online and a remix to something, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, that would kind of make sense, because I feel like the bonus tracks you got for like pre-ordering it still aren't available on streaming, right? Yeah,
no.
So it's got to just be those songs and then maybe something else.
And it's one remix of Fuel. I didn't see who was on it. I couldn't find that. But that something leaked to Deezer. Like the blurred out version is on Deezer or something, and those are the only things listed. I would prefer it even be a couple more than that. Fuck. But whatever.
Yeah.
LL Cool J dropped an album on this previous Friday, and I listened to about half of it. It was pretty good. There's not a lot of hooks. It's just a lot of him rapping on pseudo modern old type beats.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet at all.
Did you listen to the Eminem song?
Yeah, I think we talked about that on the last episode, didn't we?
No, it came out Friday. It came out the next day, I think.
Oh, we talked about it dropping, not.
Yeah. And then Jay Electronica just kind of got himself in some Kanye waters. The only reason I put this was today, so it is about as current as it can get. He went on a rampage either defending Jay-Z for not picking Lil Wayne or being mad at Jay-Z for not picking Lil Wayne. I couldn't tell. But then he got anti-Semitic with it, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is because he called himself Jadolf Spittler.
That's absurd.
I was reading it and that's a crazy bar. That's a crazy thing to dub yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, what does that mean? Does it mean like you're like, I get the Spittler, but like what are your plans now?
Yeah, he went DEFCON 5 on the Jewish community. It's the second time it's happened in a 5-year span.
Too many times, in my opinion. One too many, or too many times. Too.
No, but
the first one was fine.
The waves of what's the word I'm looking for? Intolerance throughout hip hop is not new. It just seems so very loud right now. Yeah, we don't have to stay in the news. The news wasn't that intense.
The news was kind of mid.
I just wanted to bring up Jadolf Spittler. That a human wanted to tweet that out loud about themselves and did, and went ahead and did.
What was the response around that? Were people like, okay, go
Jesus
off, but also...
fucking Christ was the response to that I saw, was what happened to you, bro?
Weird flex, but okay.
What are you going to do with your new title? He drops it if he put out an album called Jadolf Spittler. I was going to say,
is he actually going to put out a album under this name?
What do we got next? What do we move into now? Ranking time. It's ranking time. Go to B, will you pull up? Let's just pick from Biggie's top 10 songs. Just type in his top 10 most popular songs.
Wait.
And then share that screen with Sandy Shrew. So normally we rank albums or things of that nature, but this week to keep with our 10 theme, Biggie is the 10th best-selling hip-hop artist of all time, so we figured we would go with him, and his discography is very short. There's a few posthumous things, obviously, but nothing real like that. So we'll have to...
just show me the songs.
Just show him the songs. Okay, we got them.
One of
that's not it. That's just Rolling Stones. Sure. See, then it takes me here. I don't want to be here.
This is long. Yeah, it's a long form. I mean, I guess it's fine.
Whatever. We got the 6. These ones are.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Share with Sandy.
Huh?
Share the screen with Andrew.
You don't have to share with me. I've already got my top 5 picked out. I know what.
All right. You go first then, Andrew.
All right. I feel like mine's not in any particular order, but these are probably I guess for background, I really only listen to Biggie's like greatest hits album, just because, like you said, he's got a very small discography because of his short-lived career and death. But anyway, so no particular order, but Hypnotize, Dead Wrong featuring Eminem, Juicy, Word I Can't Say, Fellas Bleed, and Want That Old Thing Back.
Wow, that is actually not the list I thought I was going to hear from you.
What did you think you were going to get?
I don't know. Those last couple were, those are cool. They just weren't the ones I thought were coming.
All right, let's hear yours then. What do you got?
The 10 Crack Commandments for sure.
That was tough to not include.
And then Hypnotize for sure. Probably is it Get Money or Got Money? Got Money.
Get Money. And
Mo Money, Mo Problems, and Dead Wrong.
Yeah.
In that order.
Yeah, I had a hard time being like, this is for sure my favorite song, but those are the ones that it's like, yeah, no, when I pull up like a Biggie playlist or the greatest hits album, these are the ones that like stand out. So I picked those ones, but I don't have an order per se, for sure.
No, I like that the lists are different because this is for sure one of those where we could all have the same ass list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no really wrong answer. I just want to see it lined up like his just 10 like. All right, are we doing 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, this the way that it's ordered on this list right now is pretty close, just because of the massive success and these songs are still being played on every hip hop station in the radio. Would be Big Papa and Juicy. Those two. I don't really have a particular order, but I guess I'll say number 1 would be Big Papa, 2 would be Juicy, and then 3 Mo Money, Mo Problems, 4 Hypnotize, and then 5 10 Crack Commandments.
Yeah, bro, the 10 Crack Commandments is tight.
It's a fun one. We know Crack. Shout out Crack. Jarvis, pull up Crack.
Shout out Crack.
The most successful rock of all time.
Yeah, it's a good rock.
Top tier rock. Yeah, that was easy. That was easy. There's no arguments there.
Yeah, you can't really like it's more so just being like which ones do you know, and are you like there's no like order or ranking you can really do.
No, you couldn't look at any of those lists and say you were dead wrong.
But
all right. Album club.
You hand me my phone. I wrote some notes down.
All right. Coda, you got your notes. Start her off.
Coda's got notes. He can go first.
Yeah, Coda's got notes.
Sure, yeah. I got some notes.
That's going to be... I always list 3 things for the title of the episodes. Coda's got notes is going to be one of them for this one.
I came prepared unlike last time. I got Life is Good by Nas. And it was a very good and also interesting album. The first song to start it off with is called No Introduction. And it had a lot of... he orchestrated it in like... he composed it all himself. Like I think most of the album, a lot of it was his own composition. Like you'll hear there's like guitar riffs going, like rock drums in the background, like synths. And it was just a very good introductory... Yeah, some live instruments. Just a very good, like, overall well-composed song to start it off. And you hear that throughout the album. My 3 favorite songs, World's an Addiction, which had a very good the singer on it. I forget his name, Anthony... Whoever did the chorus on that one, I really liked.
Anthony Hopkins.
And I like how... what was I going to say? I like how on these two songs that I'm mentioning, there's no like, it's just music. There's no real like drums that you hear. Like there's minor drums in the background, but it's not like your traditional like boom bap. It's just kind of person preaching throughout the whole song, which I really like. And then Stay was another one that was similar to that. There's not really like drums, but it's just someone like ranting basically. And then the one he did with Amy Winehouse I thought was cool. The little paying homage. But yeah, those are my favorites on here. But overall, a good album. If I had to rank it, which I do, because that's what we do here.
Out of 10 Coda Beats today.
Oh, it's out of 10.
Album, 10th episode.
Out of 10.
Okay, that makes it easy. I give it a 8.5.
Out of 10 Coda Beats.
Out of 10 Coda Beats. Not out of 13, okay? Let me get that straight.
Just 10.
Just for the record, we will eventually do the conversion math and be able to post down below with inflation how many Coda Beats.
Yep, we're definitely going to do that in the future.
Check the description for the equation so you can do it on your own.
We just had to do it to round up the tens. All right, who's next? Come on, guys.
I'll go next. I had Jay-Z's 10th studio album, American Gangster, which is like a companion piece to the film inspired by the film American Gangster, starring Denzel Washington, directed by Ridley Scott. It's tight, man. I forgot how much I like this album. The whole thing samples stuff from the movie, and it's like it's not a direct thing of the movie, but it takes a lot of inspiration of the rise and fall of a hustler and both sides of the American dream. The Lil Wayne song on it, when I heard his voice come in, I was super excited, and then I remembered why I don't listen to that one that much. It's okay, but the one with Nas, right? Yeah, the one with Nas, that's Success, I think, is so good. Like so fucking good. The production, the rapping, and like Jay-Z does some callback flows to his early albums on it. Nas does really well. And the song that comes after it, Fallen, almost feels like they lead into each other, and I think it's some of Jay-Z's best rapping on the album. But it for sure feels like his most ambitious. I think it's like his only concept album, I would say, at least that I can think of right now out of his many albums. But it's really cool when someone can make a concept album where you can still listen to every single song and it be a good piece on its own and not be lessened without the songs around it. But I did see that, I did a little research on it while I was listening to it, that he didn't let it go on iTunes for like 2 or 3 years because he wanted it to be consumed as an album and not like little singles downloaded. And I also looked up that Ridley Scott, the director of American Gangster, was surprised when the album came out, or when he got the request to clear the samples or whatever, and that he really liked it, thought it captured the feeling and the ideals of the film well. So it was really it was tight. I'm gonna go with 9 Coda B's out of 10 Coda B's.
I like it.
Solid.
All right. Yeah. I'll follow that up with Snoop Dogg's 10th album, Malice in Wonderland, which I had thought I had listened to this actually before, and I don't think I had. So that was cool. I felt like the thing that stood out the most was the features. There's Lil Jon, Soulja Boy's on this, Pharrell, unfortunately R. Kelly. Yeah, so like I Wanna Rock was a really cool song. That was probably my favorite. But I feel like anytime I think of Snoop, obviously you think of Doggy Style, and I feel like he doesn't have that like second album that people think of necessarily. And so I feel like maybe in some ways he has this perception that he's only got one good album, or like that he just does the same thing every time and stuff. And like he's not really like, doesn't have like a lot of diversity, I guess, in his music. But I feel like this was a really cool album. And yeah, I feel like I don't know if I have much more to say other than that. But I just thought it was cool to listen to a Snoop album that wasn't Doggy Style, and to also not feel like it's, boring or not unique because it's not Doggy
He's got
style.
a lot. He's got like 25 albums, I feel like, and there's a few that have a sound or a feel, but there's just so much Snoop Dogg that's just Snoop Dogg being Snoop Dogg and spelling. But Malice is one of the CDs I feel like I had. So like I definitely didn't listen to it as much as Doggy Style, but it is one of the few that I think had some really good tracks on it.
But yeah, it was cool, and I think that's a good way of putting it. It was more than just Snoop Dogg being Snoop Dogg, and so
for sure.
I feel like for that reason, obviously it's not Doggy Style, but I'm gonna say maybe like a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10.
Coda B's.
Yeah.
What part of Coda B is missing from that 2.5?
Don't say my pinkies.
They're already gone.
Yeah, that can't be included. I feel like it's just that it's
missing some feet, to stand on.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like if I were to go back and listen to it again, I feel like there's definitely some songs that I would, might be willing to skip, when I feel like, if you're going to give, like a 9 to a 10, that's pretty much saying that there's not a lot of skips or there's no skips on an album. And so I just think, given that I feel like there's definitely some times where I was listening to it and was like, this isn't the best song I've heard, or this isn't my favorite. I'd hit next if I wasn't, busy or something. So that's probably why it doesn't quite get a full score.
All right. That was good. Those were 3 albums we would have never picked for each other.
Yeah, I like this.
Definitely not.
We got to come up with themes. I like themes. It makes it easier to find what we're
Should we have the next one just have... Well, actually, no, because we talked about this before, maybe having just an AI, like, recommend us 3 albums, but I think it's just going to give us, like, the most basic, like...
No, it was good for this, because I didn't have to do as much research. I got a bunch of artists' 10th studio albums.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Maybe next time we'll put in the fish chat. How about we do that? I'll say name a hip-hop album, and the first 3 that come through are our 3.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with that.
Up next is Fish Song, and we're doing the 10th song that was ever released during our 365, which is when the Spotify started, which is Bloody Knees with Tag Smith, Swiggle Mandeller, and Fidget 8.
The big 3.
So we're gonna play that right now. Won't you stand with me? I'm begging on tattered hands and bloody knees. I just wanna tell you once and never again. Maybe we can do lunch. That's somewhere to begin. We grew apart like rose petals. And we're back. What did you guys think of that?
I love it. I love any song that Fig
it.
is like, can we play this real quick? And then he's like, but you don't have to listen to my part. I love all those songs because I always will listen to Fig's part, and it's golden.
Yeah, I do not like
my part on this
song. Yeah, I don't love
I really
song.
I like that Tag made the beat in the Tag's. I liked his little hook in it.
This is Tag's first song that he made, not just that came out. This was, not the first song he produced, but this is the first thing that had his vocals on it, and then he made the beat. It was on Fig and Swig 1, and I realized when me and Coda listened to it, this is the demo version. The actual version that came out sounded different. This was the original recording from Tag's laptop.
I like how you said, you didn't say it sounded better. You said it sounded different.
Yeah, sounds different.
It shows the growth of us. I'm sure people listen to like some of them where we've played some of our best songs, I feel like, the last couple episodes. And then, we get some that are potential stinkers.
Yeah, and it's like this was arguably, you could say this was one of the first Antelope Fishermen songs, because our rule is generally 3 or more. And I know that Swiggle wasn't a fish at the time, but it's an early example of what we do now. I do think it's cool. I like that Tag produced it. There's for sure not a lot of that in the discography, and he's probably the best part of the song.
And we do have hundreds of songs, so sometimes the 10th one, you know.
Yeah, the 10th one. Great. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a good time listening.
It was tough. It wasn't. Didn't flow out of the AirPods quite as easy as some songs do. That's for
sure. Yeah, I will. The only thing I wanted to say is that we can somehow convince Tag to perform that live on television once, and the footage of it is so corny, and it's great. Every time I scroll through my photos looking for content to post, and I get that far back and see it, I'm like, nah, what a time. What a time it was to be alive. All right, episode 10, the 10's episode. Generally discuss. What do we got to generally discuss?
Man, so much. Where do we start? How can we choose?
What time is it right now? Oh, I was like, maybe this Eminem album is out right now, and we can see what the track list was. It's not.
It's okay. What do you guys? Any songs you guys are looking forward to coming out, or albums, I should say?
A$AP Rocky has gotten me excited for sure.
Yeah.
That J. Cole thing was awesome.
The J. Cole song on the Alchemist beat was really good, yeah. I feel like I've been talking about...
Future is about to drop.
Future is, yeah. Is that tonight, or is that still out?
I think it's in the 20s. In the 20s days of September, like 21st or something like that.
Gotcha.
And it's Mixtape Pluto, it was called. It might be an album called Mixtape Pluto, but either way, I think that's tight. I like Mixtape Future.
No, a Future album or mixtape, whatever, is always gonna be good.
There'll be something on there. There's gonna be something on there that you're gonna hear yapping in the whip.
Yeah.
We should. I'm excited for. We're getting close to the end of the year. It'd be cool to do an episode where we just do our top 5 album songs, moments of the hippity hop
of the year.
Yeah, of the year.
The year in review.
There was some good jizz came out this year.
Excuse me?
Did you listen to the Big Sean album?
Nope.
Yeah, I've listened to it a couple times now. It's
not what I wanted.
I feel like each time I've listened to it, I've been a little more disappointed with it. I think I've maybe listened to it 3 times in total, and each time it was less
I listened
good.
to it twice, and that was enough for me. I don't even know, I couldn't name you a song.
Yeah, I couldn't really either.
I like how I made you listen to a Nissan album, and then Big Sean signed him immediately after.
Yeah, and he's on this album too.
It's so random. Very, very out of... I mean, I know he's from Detroit, but very random timing that he went from absolutely 0 to so much so quickly.
I think we've discussed generally.
That's your general discussion. All right, next week we'll have some fish picks, and we'll have that might be it. Last week we had Swiggle, and when that episode drops, I think me and Coda are going to try and get out a little video portion of just the interview on the tube for people to watch us look awkward while we ask Swiggle stuff in his kitchen while he's making food for his children.
Yeah,
that's what the people want.
That's what the people want.
We did a poll, and they specifically asked for Swiggle in his kitchen.
So many write-in answers of exactly that. So
yeah, we do what the fans want.
It would actually be pretty easy for whenever we do interviews to do that, to just have a separate piece of content that is just the interview for the people that want a smaller bite before they get a full acquire of the taste. We'll call them little bites.
Little bites.
For your taste tops.
They're
all
appetizers.
Right. Episode 10, the No Andrew Computer edition. Don't mind his audio for this episode. He'll probably have it fixed next time. Otherwise, don't mind his audio until we fix it.
Otherwise, the podcast is canceled. This may be our last episode.
Damn.
If I don't have a computer, then but allegedly it's working now. So we will see.
Through the grapevine, he's heard that it works.
I'm looking at a computer screen that works, but I'm scared to do anything on this screen now because it's just going to restart on me.
Well, you got 7 days. Until you got to acquire another taste.
A lot can be done in 7 days. That could get worse.
All right, thank you, everybody, for listening. And once again, if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to get your free subscription to Amazon Music Unlimited with the link below. And I probably shouldn't keep doing this at the end of the podcast. If you would like to support us, you can get your free trial right now. No money up front, nothing. You get your free trial, and it's helps support this podcast. I'll start doing that earlier.
Yeah, we can punch in somewhere when we edit this, or just leave it as that.
Yeah, leave it here for now. We gotta earn it. I gotta plan better.
We got to earn it. But come on, it's free fucking Amazon Music.
Yeah, go get it.
You can listen to this very podcast with no ads. Come on now.
Unlimitedly.
Come on now.
Unlimitedly.
And thank you to the response to the YouTube. It's been nice to see. We've gone up some subscribers from the podcast videos. People have been listening and commenting on those, and that's tight. I'd like to get to a point eventually where people just pick our albums. I think that's the goal, is to get big enough that we can do that the people can pick.
Just human beings, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of us.
Yeah, the listeners. The taste buds. All right, we'll taste you later, taste buds. Cue the outro music.
Keep it tasting. What that taster do?
I threw a rock at a geese.